Hello and welcome back to another Friday Update. I'm Richard Gentinen, always here with Dr. Heisch. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. It's interesting to have a male co-host. You're the first.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it's been almost 2 years since we started doing this.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels a little weird to be back here, but it's interesting to be here.
I'm
no
glad
doubt.
you're here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I noticed you have a Michigan Tech
I do.
sweatshirt on today. Is there some significance to that?
Yes, I applied to Michigan Tech back in August, and I got my acceptance letter. I think it was the second day of school.
Nice.
But I finally got they actually got my enrollment deposit a couple weeks ago, and I got fully accepted, so I am all clear to go in the fall of 2019.
Good. Well, congratulations. That's
Thank
got to
you
be
very much.
exciting for you and your family.
Oh yes, it is. My
Yeah.
dad's relieved. I'm relieved. I mean, it's just
Yeah,
great.
good.
It really is.
Good. Awesome.
Yeah. And without further ado, let's just get into it. So
Okay.
how's your week?
Well, my week was good. I had some great school visits. I had some
Okay.
real good time at Harrison High School, Beachview, Gill and Wood Creek. And one of the first things I saw at Beachview was just this sign reminding us to give a smile. If you have a smile, give one of yours to somebody else. So it was a great reminder of coming back from break.
Oh, yeah.
Of how joyous schools can be. So it was
Mhm.
wonderful.
Yeah, I think that's just something that I think every school should do. I mean, it's always a drag coming back to school after a break, but I mean, seeing something like that would really lift people up, you know?
It did. Well, I'm glad we were able to share it this week. And then at Harrison High School, I had a lot of different activities that I went through at Wood Creek. They have this display case in the front that says, Mr. O'Brien made us do this, but they're holding up information sheets to talk about actually how many days they've been in teaching.
Oh, wow.
Which I thought was pretty remarkable.
Yeah, I think the bottom I'm seeing like 3,000 days
Oh, yeah.
as a teacher.
Yeah, there's some that we saw one that was in the 7,000s.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty remarkable.
Yeah, it really is.
And then at Gill Elementary, I took a picture of the self-portraits that some of our students had done in their art class,
Okay.
Which I thought was just a great example of students self-reflecting. Also at Gill Elementary, the parents assigned these shout-outs after conferences to their son or daughter, just to give them a little bit of praise. And you were mentioning that you remember something from elementary around that too.
Actually, ours was a little bit different.
Yeah.
The parents would leave a note for us,
Yeah.
and they would write it the night of conferences, and then they would leave it on our desk.
Yeah.
So when we came into the morning, then it would be the first thing we see on our desk.
And I'm sure you always had nice notes from your parents, right?
Yeah,
That's
I
good.
did.
Good to know. Good to know.
Okay, so what else happened this week?
Well, at Harrison High School, I wandered into a first-level Arabic class,
Okay.
and they were doing presentations about different areas within the Arab region, and they had some food there,
Okay.
which is always a fun thing to do. Next, boy, look at this. Look at this guy at Beachview, part of our
Okay.
newcomer center, and you'll recognize those as Scrabble tiles
Yeah.
that he has on a carpet with him. But he was using the tiles to recreate words that were on a different
Oh,
board
wow.
to help him learn English. So we were really happy to do that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, nothing really happened like that, I don't believe, when I was that age, but I do remember helping us, our
Yeah.
teachers helping us
Yeah.
in certain ways with words.
Yeah. Also at Beachview, they have the Generosity Challenge going.
Okay.
You may not be able to see it, but those designs relate to a different generosity challenge that students would do. And after they had done a challenge, they were able to color these pictures and put them up on the bulletin board. I thought that was very, very cool.
Yeah.
And then I saw some adults at Gill Elementary. We have professional learning communities across the district where grade levels or departments get together and talk about how to better help students learn. And I saw that at Gill. That was fun.
Yeah, that's really great. I mean, getting together with people and just talking about something where you can, I guess, just work things out,
Yeah.
make sure everything works okay.
Yeah.
I think that's really great. I mean, that's great for the students and the teachers.
It is. It is. And then under efficient and effective, one of the classes I saw at Harrison High School was an English class where they had given speeches earlier, and the speeches were providing directions or teaching someone how to do it.
Okay.
Now, this activity dealt with Chromebooks that we purchased in the bond issue, and the students were self-reflecting on the feedback that they had received from that.
Okay.
So they talked about formative and summative feedback, formative and summative assessment. I thought that was really good.
Yeah, that's still fairly new in the district. I mean, we're still learning about
It
that
is.
in my AP Literature class.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still really weird to not have every grade count.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah.
I will say it does help.
Yeah.
Because
And-
you do get a lot of feedback from the teacher.
And it will help you next year at Michigan Tech.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
doubt.
Then I ended my week with two Ys. I spent the day Wednesday in Lansing with our board president, Ms. Terry Weems. And we were just talking to legislators about this period that we call the lame duck
Okay.
in the legislative land, that we don't want them to do anything related to education. We want all that stuff to wait until the new governor gets in place and they have time to think about it to make good decisions.
Okay.
And Representative Gregg joined us, who's going to be the Democratic leader in the House.
Oh, wow.
So we were very pleased to do that.
Okay.
And then at Wood Creek, I had a great conversation with one of our staff members about literacy in a workshop that she'd been to. And she shared with me this information about students that have access to a lot of books in higher income families and students that don't have access to books. And what happens to our students during the summer in what they call book deserts, in families and classrooms that don't have a lot of books. So I wanted to share that as part of our why, because we do talk a lot about achievement gaps and student success. Well, this explains to us some of the reason of why there's not as much student success with all of our students that we want.
Yeah. And another thing is just with how technology is advancing, not everybody wants to be picking up a book. I mean, it is a shame that not everybody wants to do that. They just want to do something on their phones. But I mean, that could honestly work things for the better, because you can get books. You
can get a lot of books on your phone, can't you?
Yeah. You get plenty of access for everything with our new phones.
Well, that was my week.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sure you had a lot of fun doing what you did.
I absolutely did.
Yeah, and with break coming up, you're actually off next week, correct?
I am. I'm out of the district next week.
Okay.
Yeah. So it'll be 2 weeks before we have another Friday update.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and I guess since Thanksgiving's break is over, everybody's looking forward to our winter break, which is a little bit short, that some people are saying.
You know, I'm shocked to hear you say that, because I hear we're coming back to work on your birthday. You should be overjoyed for that.
Oh, no, not really. All right, so that was the Friday update this week. I'm Richard Juntanen, signing off for TV10.